Afternoon, bit of a quick clip, or hopefully a quick clip, just a bit of a walk around the garden, show you what's going on. This is a little volunteer strawberry we had, just trying to get some of the runners to take root down in here. Some of them have already, just using some tent pegs. So yeah, a couple of them have taken, pretty happy with that. Over here we had some rosemary and lavender I took cuttings of when I moved them the other week. I think we've lost a lavender there, pretty touch and go with that one, but we've got 2, 4, 6 lavenders at least, and 2, 4, 6, 8 rosemary. So we've got volunteers coming up everywhere. Tomato, there's a eggplant down in there, but see the lavender's even thrown off a flower since it's been put in there, so rather impressed with that. Still haven't tidied up after Christmas. Plus been doing a bit of work under there. That's our Bougainvillea. So over here, we'll start up here at the 2 IBC beds. White fleshed sweet potato. I'm liking the sun today. Still haven't seen hide in the hair of the purple flesh one. Bit of coriander over there. This bed here has become a real hodgepodge. Gave one of the lemon basils away to my sister. She's got it in her yard now. In here we've got passion fruit, probably a Panama red. That's a eggplant, another eggplant around the back there. Got coriander everywhere, but I planted that. I'd say that's a cucumber. He'll probably go throw back to the small spiky ones. We found a lot of the seeds germinated from supermarket bought. Cucumbers go back to the little spiky ones. Got a Cape gooseberry in there, a tomato. So, bit of a feral bed, that one. The pepita hulless pumpkins, that one's going rather well. A couple of nice little nuggets in there. Some more around the place over here, down the bottom. So I'm pretty happy there. These potatoes aren't looking the best, but such is. We've got a royal blue over the back that's died off. This one hasn't been going so well after I took his flowers off. Such is. Took a parsley out over the back. When I topped it up, I think I put the crown under the pebbles and it started to go a bit manky, so I've taken the crown off of that one. Here we have the strawberries taking off fairly well, and I've also planted out some spring onions or shallots depending on where you come from. And over the back there, Kira accidentally pulled out some chives when she should have cut them, so we've just planted them in there. Yep. And that's our bull's horn capsicum. So pretty impressed with how everything's going in here in the moment, up the top anyway. Had 3 blue eyes die from in here. Have a quick look. Hello fishy fish. Had 3 blue eyes die. So, but the water seems to be fine and the fish are nice and fat and growing, so do a test on them later. I need another test strip. I've lost my colour chart, so I need to go and pick one of them up. Reserve water, 500 litre tank, that's coming online later on in the week. At the moment I've just got some top up water here, getting rid of the chlorine. Tadpoles. These guys are going through so much lettuce. There's a couple of big ones that have overtaken the others. The water looks very murky, but I've been assured from what I've read that that's alright for these guys. We will just top it up with some of that water as well. They're devouring the lettuce in under 24 hours, putting through probably about half a dozen large leaves from an iceberg after it's been boiled, and they've started to cannibalise the smaller ones, so survival of the fittest and all that. This bed here, I think the sunflowers just sucked all the nutrient out of it, and yeah, these beetroot aren't looking the happiest. We've got a rock melon that wants to become an aquaponic rock melon, so we're going to let him do that. Over here, some strawberries are dying. The crowns are above the ground, so I don't know what's happened there, whether it was the elephant garlic or something left in the soil I don't like. The zooks are going crazy. The undumpled eggplant is setting fruit. Very happy about that. Give this one a tickle. They say that if you fiddle with the flowers, it helps them pollinate. So we do that whenever we see them open. Same with Same with the tomatoes. I've actually seen a commercial hydroponic tomato hothouse where they go around with electric toothbrushes and vibrate all the flowers. Anyway, that's for a different sort of video. Down here we had snake beans. I took them out and gave them to my sister, and we planted double yield cucumbers from diggers, so they're in there waiting for them to shoot. Black Russian still going well. Calendula flowers, waiting for bee to harvest them to make into some sort of witch's brew. The cayenne peppers from Hitman are there, but they're just struggling for light at the moment. These calendula flowers are gone Burko. Same as the beetroot here, growing a lot better than the others. Around the corner we have cackleberry bushes. I like cackleberry bushes. The water chestnuts, that's what they are. They're being fed slowly all the water from the tadpole change out as we've done them. The rock melon, we've harvested one. The rest, I've left these on here to show you, have been blown. So, there you go, the fruit fly was just sitting on that one. There's another one there. So, I feel like throwing my hands up when it comes to these sort of fruiting plants, capsicums and the like. Even to some extent the eggplants, but they haven't blown them as yet. Just, yeah, fruit fly. You can spray, you can do all you want, but you know, unless you're going to spray toxic poisons, you're sort of stuffed with them, unfortunately. These eggplants, I think that's the large white. I think these are Rosa Bianca, and they're the long purples. I've confused them all in other clips. I think I just labelled them wrong when I sowed the seeds. So anyway, we've got eggplants coming on. Definite fruit on there. I think there's a couple of fruit on this one, and I think there's definitely a fruit in there. It's rather large. These zooks are going well. There's some evidence of some flower fiddling from this morning. The corn over there is going well. Those cukes are going good as well. There's looks like 3 or 4 up in there ready to pick today. Over the back, make a bit of noise, get the snakes out. IBC bed's going well. This bed's going alright. Yeah, those spices are kicking on. Counted before, there's 8 passion fruits in this barrel. So, like it or not, I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm actually thinking about taking it back to 2 and just leaving it, because there's also 2 capsicum plants in here and 2 eggplants as well. So yeah, that barrel's been top dressed a fair bit recently, doing alright. These sweet potatoes are doing alright. It's a white flesh one I planted the other day, and the rest are orange flesh. So I might put one of the white flesh runners, or 2 of the white flesh runners from up the top in here. Try and get it to grow up and over the chook house. Lemon tree still flowering and fruiting. Pumpkins growing everywhere. This cucumbers are doing alright. It's still pumping out fruit. These were all little babies the other day. Got some more coming on. 6 vines in one barrel, just not a good idea. So these ones over here are being culled down to 2. So I'll have 2 in that barrel and see how we go. Over the back. Oh, quick shot down the back. The blueberry's doing alright, and we've got 4 pumpkins on that vine down there. That's a Kent or Jap, depending on what you want to call it. As far as I know, they're the same. That's Kira's beans. Just the only barrel, or the only bit of work we've actually done in the garden. Buckwheat's going good. These 2 spaghetti squash clumps are being thinned down to 1 in each clump. Not going to say anything about that because I don't want to jinx it. These snake beans are going good. We're getting about 6 a day, so that's more than enough for a meal every day. Very happy with that. The new chilli I bought at the markets for the holiday break. It's going alright. These carrots have all picked up. The Eco Roses knocked all the powdery mildew on these guys that these guys had on the head, so rather impressed with the Eco Rose. These Jerusalem artichokes, this barrel was not a good place to plant them, I don't think. So next year I'll put them in a wicking bed. If we decide to grow them again, we've got to taste them yet and see what they're like. If we decide to grow them again, we'll actually grow them in a wicking bed dedicated just for them. I'll build an IBC one or something like that. So the barrel's just, I can't keep the water up. I'm filling it up with water every second day. So like the sunflowers, I think they just have a real thirsty habit. So that's pretty much all my roundup as fast as I could do to try and keep it under 10. Hope you all have a happy and healthy new year, prosperous new year. Yeah, so that's pretty much all it. Take it easy.